Hello. I think I'm live. Let me know if you can see me in the comments. What's going on, guys? Let me close the windows. How's it going? You can hear me okay? Good, good, good. Lots of people here. Captain Redbeard, Silly Millie, good to see you. Shout out to the channel members in the chat. You see their names in green with a little Mandalorian logo next to them. JJ, what's happening? So just on that topic, actually, I am doing some members only giveaways, and I've got some stuff that isn't even released yet, which I am going to be giving away to members only. So I don't know why there's picture in picture here on this screen. There shouldn't be. Let me try and fix that. Better. Yeah, so there is some members only giveaways going on. There's a Redmi phone, which I've had for a while, which I'm going to give away to one of the channel members. At the moment, I believe there's only 10. So the chances of winning that is 1 in 10 at the moment. So if you do want to sign up to channel membership, now is a good time. And as I've mentioned, I do have some stuff that's unreleased. It's under embargo and I can't even talk about it. But I've got 2 of them and I will be giving them away to members only. So anyone who joins the members only, not only will you get behind the scenes access to what I'm working on and input into the videos, early looks at the videos as well. Join the memberships, like $1 a month or something like that. For me, it's not so much about making money. It's more about just covering the cost of the stuff that I'm giving away, because quite often I have to spend quite a bit of money on shipping stuff. For example, in this giveaway, I've said to Sony, if it is someone outside of the UK, I will pay for the shipping. So this could be very expensive. And we have a new channel member. Bruh, thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. You now have the Stormtrooper logo next to your name. You will evolve into a Mandalorian and then a Jedi. Yeah. So just remember, guys, this is important. I'll give you guys some time to correct this if you have made this mistake. But if you've posted your 3 favorite things on the live stream and not on the actual announcement video, you're not going to be selected, because I'm picking the winner from that video, not the live stream comments. So if you have done that, you've got a little bit of time to correct that. Another thing I want to say is there was someone in the chat who literally spammed about 1,000 comments, and I warned him 3 times and he kept doing it. So I blocked him from the chat completely. So he's completely out of the competition now because he spammed the comment section. I will not give the phone to someone who's done that, because that's gaming the system. Can't have that. If one of the channel members could just do me a favor and just have a quick sort of scroll through the chat on the entry video and just make sure nobody spammed it crazy like that, because if they have, I'll have to delete them from the competition. So I do want to give people some time to get here, because in order to win, you do have to be here. So I came up with an idea of how to sort of keep you guys entertained for a little bit while we give some people some time to get here. What time is it now? So it's 3:14 now. So I'm a bit early. I was supposed to start at 3:15. I think what we'll do is new channel member, Gregson Wong, thank you very much for joining the membership. You are truly a legendary person, and you now have the Stormtrooper logo next to your name. It will evolve. Yeah, cool. Appreciate you. What was I saying now? I forget what I was saying now. Yes, I've got a way to keep you guys entertained. So check this out. Not that. Not that. This. So a while back, I was in Crete and I actually filmed a video with the WF-1000X and 5 headphones, over-ear headphones, and I filmed it entirely on this phone, the Sony Xperia Pro I. This is one of the first phones to have, actually I think it's the only phone to have Sony's CMOS Type 1 sensor. It's a 1-inch sensor. It's not an IMX like we see in other phones like the Samsung and the iPhones and stuff like that. So what I did while I was out there, and I've been planning to make this video for so long, and I took all the photos. So I took raw photos with the Pro I, raw photos with the Galaxy S22 Ultra to see how they would compare in a camera comparison. Well, we've got a few new members. What's going on, Jeff? John Alfred, Axe Viking, Iftor, thank you all for joining. I really, really appreciate that. You are truly legendary people. Lots of new members, yeah. Yeah, so you guys, yeah, I'm gonna do the Redmi giveaway and then the surprise stuff, which is really, really good. I can't even talk about it at this point, but I have tested them out and I'm very impressed. Let's just say that, and they're worth quite a bit of money too. And I have 2 of them to give away. All right, yeah. What was I saying? So yeah, check this out. I found a way to show you guys, or do a sort of live, very quick comparison of these 2 awesome devices. For you Sony fans, don't get upset if the Samsung wins any of them, because the primary sensor on this, I think, is a Sony as well. They do use their own sometimes. I think in this one, the primary is the Sony. So check this out. I'm going to show you guys something. Right. This should be pretty interesting, hopefully. If you guys are into Sony stuff, I think you'll find it interesting. So check this out. This is Lightroom Classic. Let me see if we get the picture on the go. Give me a minute. So it's important to remember, guys, with which is this one? Not that one. This one. Yeah, better. So it's important to remember, guys, when you shoot in RAW, quite often there's a bit of grain. There's always going to be a bit of grain, and it's usually the post-processing that the phone does that irons this out and makes it look all beautiful. So if you see any graininess in pictures like this, these are the raw photos, and you'll notice sometimes when you zoom in like this, see how that rope looks all horrible there, particularly on the Sony, because I've kind of overexposed it. What phone AI does is, most of the time anyway, on most phones, they'll shoot the raw and then they do post-processing to enhance the colors, the smoothness, the details, the sharpening, all this kind of stuff. So what you're seeing right here are 2 pictures. On the left is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. On the right is the Sony Pro I with the 1-inch sensor. Shot in manual settings, so I did my best to try and line up the histograms to be as close as they can be. But keep in mind, the Sony has way more potential because it has that variable aperture, so it can actually close the iris down or open it up to take in more. So there's a lot of variable factors here, but what I want to show you guys is this. Check this out. So on the right is the Sony. That's the raw image. And check out the name of my sunglasses here. Chromats. You can see both of them pretty close, right? But the rope, look at the rope on the Sony, slightly overexposed. If we go into, let's come back here. Oh, no, don't tell me it just crashed. Uh-oh, I've just opened a new mode. What is that? Book mode. Uh-oh, disaster. What have I just done? I want to go into book mode. Okay, let's go back to the comparison, hopefully. What is book mode? I never used this, by the way. I always use the original one. So I have no idea what book mode is. Yeah, so where's my little versus tab gone? Here we go. Right, so you can see the rope here, overexposed on the Sony. The way the Pro I is meant to be used is you are meant to shoot in RAW and do your own post-processing. So that's what I'm going to show you here, just in auto, basically. So on the Sony one, it's highlighted. I'm going to go here and go auto correction, and you can see straight away how much that has improved the image. Check out this. I was playing around with this before, just to see how much detail was actually captured by the Sony Pro I with the 1-inch sensor. Let's do it manually here. So check that out in comparison now to the Samsung. We can also do the same enhancements on the Samsung RAW as well. So we'll do that now. So we'll select this one. And as you can see on the Samsung, it actually didn't do that much. And it's quite interesting to me to see that actually the RAWs taken on the Samsung already kind of look enhanced, because the blue If we reset that, we go back one step. You see, it didn't do much at all. It didn't do much at all. The blue there looks almost like the blue here. So I do think the Samsung is kind of leaning towards more saturated colors straight out of the box before there's even any sort of, when it takes the raw, it's already enhanced. That's how it looks to me. But check this out. I'm going to read the comments real quick. There's only 5 of these, so I'm not going to bore you to death with these, hopefully, and then we'll do the competition giveaway announcement. What time is it now? I think we'll do it at past. Alexa, set a timer, set an alarm for 3:30.
Alarm set for 3:30 p.m.
All right, so when that goes off, we are going to do the first draw. What I'm going to do, because the winner must be here in the chat, I want to give you 30 seconds to claim your prize, 45 seconds to claim your prize. If you don't, then we pick a new winner and we keep going. We're going to shorten the time as well. I don't have any moderators in the chat today, I don't think. Oh, wow, thank you. Is that Super Chat? You are the first person to ever give a Super Chat, I think. Is that Super Chat? I've never had a Super Chat, so Dante, if that is a Super Chat, thank you very, very, very much. You are the world's first person to ever give this channel a Super Chat. Wow. Yeah, so channel members, do me a favor. When people, if I do announce a winner and they're here in the chat and you see them, please just confirm that they're here, because it saved me having to scroll through all the comments. Cool. All right, let me show you some more photos and then we'll get back to the live draw very, very shortly. So check this one out. I'll show you this one. This one, let's unselect these. So this one, yeah, check this out. So this is Zeus's cave. Zeus was born in this cave. It's damp, it's slimy, it's horrible. But this is Zeus's cave, apparently, at the top of some cliff. And if you ever go to Zeus's cave, when they offer you the camel ride, not the camel ride, donkey ride at the bottom of the thing, and you think, wow, 15 euros is too much. 15 euros is not too much. Trust me, once you get to the top, you'll wish you paid for that donkey ride. So if any of you ever go there, just know that. But yeah, again, so I took these manually on the entrance on the sort of stairs on the way down into Zeus's cave. Again, you'll see very different colors and stuff. Now this time, I just want to check. Yeah, left is Sony, right is Samsung. And again, you can see what I'm talking about. The Samsung looks like a regular photo. It doesn't even look like a RAW. It's to do with their AI and stuff, I guess. Sony give you the full control. So when you take a picture with the Sony Pro I in Photo Pro mode, you get a very sort of flat profile picture, and it's up to you to bring out the colors that you want to bring out in the image. And the details should be there as long as you exposed it right. Do I think I exposed this right? Maybe. If you have a look at the histogram here, you can see I'm not clipping any of the details up in this histogram. If you look at the Samsung one, you can see it's actually crushing the details a lot here. That's probably my fault as well, because I could have spent a bit more time. Problem was, when you're going down the stairs there's people coming down the stairs behind you, so I had to take these pretty swiftly. Again, my phone is blowing up. Okay. But again, you'll see when we zoom in, you get a lot of noise in the picture, and that's normal. It's normal to see a lot of noise like that. It's the post-processing that irons out all these creases and brightens areas up and stuff like that. So let's do a little auto correction and see what we get with the Sony one. So that's with the auto correct. It hasn't done that much in my opinion. It's hard to see where the focal point of this picture is because there's so much going on in the picture. If we do an auto correct here on the Samsung, you can see it brings up a lot of the brightness. The saturation is so much higher here on the Samsung than on the Sony. So we could actually even go in and turn that up probably if I can find the saturation control. But yeah, so that's a good example of the difference between taking photos yourself manually and sort of auto mode. At glance though, you can see that the Samsung actually looks more pleasing to the eye, and that's because the saturation is way higher. I do think, let's zoom in and see. Yeah, so both kind of equally noisy. This, maybe the Sony slightly more blurry. That's probably because my hands shake when I was taking the picture. Yeah, so there's a lot to be said about auto mode on phones, to be honest. If you're not a brilliant photographer, like I'm not a brilliant photographer, you can kind of depend on phones like the Samsung to do most of the work for you. But check this out. When I was coming down the mountain, I had a rental car and I was driving down the mountain from Zeus's cave, and it was nighttime, and I swear to God, this Hills of Eyes Has Eyes car was following me down the mountain. Check this thing out. Yeah, it was like the hills had eyes. I pulled over at this little taverna, and this guy pulled over at the taverna. I couldn't believe it, man. I swear I was being hunted by this guy, but it turns out he actually just worked there. Anyway, this is another raw image on two phones. The left is the Samsung this time, and the right is the Sony this time. Funny enough, this one, to me, straight out of camera with no post-processing, the Sony looks better, I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Come back to the comments. Yeah, they do creep me out, man. It is like a proper noisy car as well. And trusted to pull up at the same taverna that I pulled up at. Unbelievable. What's happening, MD? Yeah, yeah. I agree with your comments there, Deadpool. Yeah, Sony do tend to lean towards the more lifelike images. The problem is with sort of social media culture now, everything is post-processed. So there's a lot of customers who want that sort of straight out of phone, post-processed look, porcelain skin, you know, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of people who want that. And Sony do offer some of that, but not nearly as much as other brands. Let's do some post-processing here on these photos. So we'll do the Sony one first. Let's see what happens when we go and do an auto correction here. So it just kind of balances it out quite a lot. And you can see the histogram in the top right corner. You see it's kind of leaning off to the left. If we brighten it up, we're getting a bit too much noise. So about there is probably all right. Bring out some more of the highlights. It looks a bit orange. There's a lot you can do with in software like Lightroom. I'm much more familiar with the not this one. This is the classic one. The other one to play around with and make things look better. And this is what part of the fun of a Sony phone is doing this kind of stuff. I'll show you guys one more picture, and then we'll run through some of the key specs on the 10 Mark IV. The 10 Mark IV is actually one of the Xperias that I've not actually used, so I'm kind of learning about it the first time as you guys are learning about it. Check this out. This is some kind of a puffer fish that looks like it was smiling, but I'm sure it wasn't smiling because it's being hung up from a bamboo roof. This on the left is the Samsung. This on the right is Sony, and this means it's time to draw the first winner. Alexa, stop the alarm. Yeah, so these are pictures taken on the two. I actually think the Sony looks way better here, color-wise, but I can't remember if that's exactly how it was. Again, post-editing with color correction and stuff like that within Lightroom, stuff like this, we can make this look however we want it to, really. All right, so this time, after the last two sort of disaster giveaways, I have a new strategy. The new strategy is to let TubeBuddy pick the winner, It's going to pick a comment from the video, this video, not from the live stream. So if you have posted your entries on the live stream, quickly go now to this video on my channel and post your comments there. It's going to pick a winner. We're going to verify the winner, and we're also going to verify that that winner hasn't spammed the comment section, because if you have, that's against the rules. You can't put 1,000 comments in the comment section because it's just not fair on everybody else. So I'm just going to check the comments real quick. All right, let's just go. So the winner is Mockingbird. Favorite features is the IP68 water rating, dust resistance, the battery and the headphone jack. So yeah, two of my favorites, battery and headphone jack. I also went for the screen as well. Mockingbird, are you here in the comments? Because if you're not here in the comments, that means we have to pick a new winner in about 30 seconds. 45 seconds. Alexa, set a timer of 45 seconds. Mockingbird, are you here?
Seconds. Starting now.
Mockingbird. See, this process is a good way of weeding out people who are just entering the competition and then never coming back. He's here. Lewis saying he's here. Oh, Mockingbird, I see ya. How's it going? Congratulations, Mockingbird. And you're actually here. This is the first time I've drawn a winner. The first winner is here. Congratulations. Well done, well done. Thank you for following the rules of the competition and being here to claim the prize. Do me a favor. Alexa, stop timer. You're going to need to drop me an email. So if you go to the about section of my channel page, before you do that, join the channel membership and then contact me. Okay, I'm joking about the channel membership. It'd be nice if you do though. Contact me, send me your details. I've got to pass them on to Sony, and Sony are fulfilling the giveaway. So it's not coming straight from me, it's coming from them. Yeah, I tell you what, Captain Redbeard, after the last couple of disasters, I don't know if you guys have been following the channel for long, but I had one giveaway. It was a Sony giveaway, similar to this one. And the person who won wasn't, well, I didn't specify they had to be at the live announcement, but they came forward a month after they won. And by that time, Sony had already asked me to pick a new winner. And at that point, he went crazy and started saying he's going to take me to court and everything. So it was a proper disaster. So I got burnt for trying to do something nice for the community. And then the last time I did a giveaway was for the Hex Gaming controller. And a bunch of people entered. And one guy won, but he didn't follow the rules to the competition. So he kicked off and then wrote to Hex Gaming. And again, I got burnt by doing a giveaway, trying to do something nice. And this is the first time ever that it's gone right from day one. I just hope you're not in Russia or somewhere like that where the phone is going to get seized across the borders or something like that. Where are you from, Mockingbird? Oh, I've got the dual. Oh, bloody hell. I don't know why it's doing that. I've really got to figure out this this casting gear. But make sure you drop me the email you can find in the about section of my channel. What I'll do, I don't know if you guys want to stick around or not to go back to the photos and that, but I was going to go through some of the specs here on this phone that I haven't reviewed yet, but looks pretty cool. So it is the mid-range from Sony. You can see it retails here UK about 400 quid. That puts it in line with the same with the price of the Nothing Phone, the Nothing Phone 1. It also puts it in line with the price of the Poco F4. So it's a interesting category It's a good category to compete in. It's a mid-range category. So big battery. We've got the few different colors: white, mint, lavender. Don't ask me what color Sony are providing the winner. I have no idea. I think personally, maybe the mint color would be the coolest one. Yeah. So bunch of cool stuff here with this phone, camera being one of them. So you got the triple camera setup like the Pro and like the Xperia Mark IV. Bunch of features here, camera features, triple lens, 54mm, 27mm, and 16mm. Doesn't say what megapixels they are. I reckon they're all 12 though, probably. That's what Sony like to do, is keep them all the same. Pretty impressive images here on the website. Definitely impressive. Clearer zoom you have here as a feature. Sharper faces. The display is always going to be a standout for Sony because it's going to have that Bravia Tech calibration. It is an OLED this time in the mid-range, so you're going to get the proper contrast ratio as well, which is very good. And you also get that 21:9 display, which is the taller, thinner display. Generally speaking, I think the main benefits for that kind of display, in my opinion, having used Xperia devices, it's easier to hold in the hand. You don't have to, especially when you're typing, you don't have to move your thumb so far across because it's a thinner device. Also, it means there's more space on the vertical. So if you do sort of split screening, you get two nice sized screens because it's taller, which is cool as well. I'll tell you what, you guys must be dropping off the chat now that the oh no, we still got some viewers here. Yeah, all right then, I'll carry on. Yeah, so the screen is a pretty big deal on this phone, and you got the Triluminos display as well. So Triluminos, actually, when Sony first released this, correct me if I'm wrong, if any of you Sony fanatics are out there, but the Triluminos display was like an early version of Quantum LED. It was a layer over the LED panel that allowed it to reach a wider color gamut than your regular LED TVs at the time. I don't know if you guys remember the W9 LED. It was widely considered to be the best TV that year, and that was kind of the year just before OLED started to really hit the shelves, and that it was a fantastic TV. Yeah. What else we got here? So yeah, this is what I was saying, like browse more, scroll less, because you got more on the vertical. One of the big deals with Sony phones is the audio side of things. So this one, I believe it will have LDAC. It should have LDAC. It doesn't say it there. It does have the 3.5mm audio jack. So if you have Tidal subscription or Qbars or one of those high quality streaming services, when you plug in a proper pair of headphones that can handle that fidelity, you're going to get the proper full playback from the device to your headphones. What people don't realize is how much actually Bluetooth compresses, reduces the quality. I mean, it's better now than it's ever been. It is very, very good now, but still the wire is the best option for the highest quality playback. And anyone who tells you otherwise, I think is wrong. Unless there's some new tech that I don't know about. And there's always new tech because every year, the tech gets better. So yeah, it does have LDAC. It's also got DSEE. So if I'm correct with this, it's the Digital Signal Enhancement Engine. That's what DSEE stands for. And this is the ultimate version of that. So this is what I was talking about. When these streaming services compress the audio down into this little gray area that you see on the screen, what the DSEE Ultimate tries to do is expand it back out into its full glory when it comes to audio quality. How well it does that is debatable, but it definitely does something. So it's a good feature to have on a phone. It's essentially, to put it simply, audio upscaling. Okay, and then we've got the Headphones Connect app, which is, I think, one of the best headphones apps on any phone. It gives you so much control over the EQs and stuff like that. Also, the 360 reality audio is featured there as well, and you can actually take photos of your ears. Make sure you clean your ears before you do so, because someone at Sony headquarters might be looking at them to analyze the shape and to make sure your headphones are calibrated correctly for 360 reality audio. And I tell you what, guys, if you haven't heard 360 reality audio for yourself, there is an official Sony demo on YouTube, and it will work with most headphones. So throw on a pair of headphones, check out that demo, and let me know what you think. What else we got here? 360 reality audio upmix. This is again, it's an EQ thing within the. I was playing around with this actually recently with the Link Buds S. It's almost like the enhancement engine upscaling thing, but for 360 reality audio. So it takes a regular track and tries to make it sound like a 360 reality audio track, which is pretty cool. Adds a nice effect. It adds a kind of concert hall effect, in my opinion. Power and speed. You guys know I like power and speed. If you watch my my videos, I'm always going on about speed and power. Many things in this world can be solved with speed and power. So it's good to have that on a phone. All day battery, 5,000 milliamp hour. Comfortable, easy to carry because it is a thinner phone than your regular. IP68, 65, 68. And Corning Gorilla Glass, so that's a pretty big deal. For example, the Nothing phone I think has Gorilla Glass 5 on it, same price as this phone. This has got the latest. It's got the Victus, the best at the moment. So that's a pretty big deal. And then we've got the 695 5G chipset on board from Qualcomm. Qualcomm are sort of pioneering, well, top tier smartphone processors. Some of the best you can get right now. 5G platform in there as well, so super fast connectivity, and you've got the eSIM connectivity as well. So yeah, that's cool, nice easy function. The tray as well, the quick release tray means that if you are a photographer and stuff like that, you can fill up a SIM card with the photos and just pop them out, pop them into a laptop, start editing that way, as opposed to getting a USB cable out and transferring them over like I did when I was setting up this this live stream. Forgot about that. I should have thought about that when I was taking the photos in Crete. Zero plastic in the packaging. That's becoming commonplace these days. So that's the phone. I'm going to check how many of you guys are still here. I must be boring you to death by now, surely. Wow, some of you guys are still here. Thank you guys for hanging around. I really thought everyone was just going to bail as soon as I announced the winner. Yeah, Jeremy Clarkson, that's exactly where I got the speed and power from. That's actually where the name WhatGear originated from, in a way. Inspired by. There will be more giveaways, Mabine, and actually the next ones are going to be members only giveaways. So if you want to win, you've got to be a member, and I think it's like $1 a month or something like that. And like I said before, it's not to make me rich; it's to cover the cost of the shipping of these prizes. The Redmi one's coming soon, Axe Viking. That's been in the pipeline for a while. I've just been sort of inundated with things to do. But that is the next members only giveaway, and then the next one after that is going to be an exciting one. Brand new, still sealed in the box stuff. 2 of them, and it's even gift wrapped with a little bow on top as well. And they're really good, very good. Where is Mockingbird, by the way? Did he say where he's from? No, you don't have to pay anything, mate. Join the membership, though, if you want. Right, I tell you what. I just want to show one last thing, because the people who made this possible is Virgin Media. This is really only relevant to you guys here in the UK, but they're doing some deals for the Xperia 10, and in order to sort of drum up some hype for it, they're doing these giveaways. But they're not only giving away the Xperia, they're giving away a TV that I would be very, very happy to own right now. It is the Bravia A90J, which was last year's Sony flagship. There's the A95K this year, which is a quantum dot LED, OLED. This was a W OLED, but widely considered to be the best out of the box OLED last year. So they're giving this away, and they want to highlight this deal that they're doing for the Xperia 10 Mark IV, which is £19 a month, 2 gigs of data, 36-month contract, 0 upfront, and for an extra £1 a month, so 20 quid a month, you get a pair of Sony CF500 earbuds. I've not reviewed those. I'd like to see if they're any good. I've got a feeling they're going to be the middle tier earbud from Sony, but it's a pretty good deal. 20 quid a month, not bad for this phone. That's what they're doing. I recommend anybody in the UK, if you are watching, you might as well enter this competition, because the question, they actually give you the answer to the question. Where is it? I'll find it for you. It's so easy. So the question is this: what's the weight? And then somewhere here, I'll just skim through and see if I can find it for you guys. Unless they've removed it. Oh, here we go. There it is. There's the answer. So you can enter that competition for free. I do believe the rules say it must be a British, a UK only thing. But maybe if you've got family who live in the UK, give them that address and you're good. Cool. Right, so I don't know if you guys want to see any more of my photos, my holiday photos, which I haven't made the video out of yet, but I'm going to show you anyway. Here's the puffer fish. Again, this I'm going to try and do an auto correction on this. Let's see what happens to the Sony one. There we go. It brings back a lot of details in the puffer fish here, and you can see the histogram is balanced on both sides. Let's see what happens with the Samsung when we do the same auto correct thing here. It didn't do much. Again, so this shows me that Samsung's RAW mode it's doing a lot of work with straight away. Even though it's meant to be completely manual, I don't think it is completely manual. I think it's doing some post-processing straight away in the Pro mode. It's not quite the same as the Sony Pro mode, where it's literally you have to do everything. But it's done a good job, I have to say. Both photos look really good. Slightly warmer tones here on the Sony photo, and that could be down to my dialed in color calibration there. Good amount of background blur. Generally speaking, both phones are very impressive here. There's one more photo which I'm going to show you guys before I go. This one, I can't remember the name of the beach. Netpok, if you're here, you probably remember the name of probably know the name of the beach. So this is, oh god, they're completely different pictures. Sorry. What's going on here? So I've selected two different pictures almost. I took about 4 or 5 from the same spot. So yeah, they're not exactly the same. But this was taken from a long distance. The thing about this one, the Sony one, is I could use the different aperture, the f4.0 aperture on the iris. So try and show you guys. Let's see if I can show you guys this. Check this out. So that lens there can open and close to let in more or less light. So I opened it fully to take this picture, which should mean it captured more details as long as the exposure was right. But I've kind of overexposed it, because you can see up in the top right corner where I've overexposed it quite badly. So these are things you've got to learn when you're a Sony Xperia shooter. Look at all the detail in the back coming back as I bring down the exposure. You can even see those mountains in the background there. And this is kind of just like a testament to how much detail the bigger image sensor can actually capture. You think it's gone, that you've ruined the photo, but actually the detail is still there. and this will take some correction because now you can see at the bottom all of the shadows in the tree area. But if I bring up the shadows, check this out, start bringing back some of that detail down there. This is an area where the new Lightroom's so much easier to use. So I don't know, they have sliders on this one. I don't know how far I've gone left or right and stuff like that. Another way to get rid of the white clipping is to bring down the highlight, but I'm not going to do that. What else can we do? Lift the black colors a little bit, lift the shadows a little bit. So you can see we're getting all those details back down there. There's actually palm trees down there. Interesting place because the sea meets a cold freshwater stream here. And actually, if you walk down this way up the stream, it's like something out of a movie or something, like Jurassic Park or something up there. And I spent most of the day down here on the beach, and then towards the end of the day we went up here, and it was like 10 times nicer along the freshwater stream than it was next to the sea. It was crazy. But yeah, let's have a look what the Samsung does with the autocorrect. So again, you can see it didn't do massive amounts of changes to it, but it's done most of the work beforehand, which is interesting. But yeah, so I hope you guys have found this insightful. It's not how I would normally do a camera comparison, not at all, but it gives you a little bit of a behind the scenes on my thought process behind some of these things. I am doing a quick camera comparison between the Nothing phone, the Poco F4, and the iPhone soon, because I did get my hands on with the Nothing phone, which is an interesting device. I don't know where I've put it now. It's a really interesting device. What's really interesting about the Nothing phone, for those of you not familiar with it, is that its specs are not fantastic. It's the design that is selling that phone, because it's not running a flagship chip. Its cameras are decent, but they're not amazing. It's got Gorilla Glass 5. The frame, it feels quite plasticky and stuff like that. But it's the design that people are buying into. Those lights on the back, they're just a little thing, but it makes a massive difference. It's an interesting device anyway. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Look, it's picture in picture again when it shouldn't be. Sorry, this new streaming tech, I'm not 100% on how to use it all properly yet. Yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. I did a review on a Porsche monitor the other day. When I first got that monitor, the channel members will know, somehow it got broken. I promise it wasn't me who broke it, but I finally got it back. And actually that video was about 3 months in the making. So if you guys would watch that and give that a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. Thank you to all the channel members who've joined the channel today. It really helps me out. It helps me cover the cost of all these deliveries. I will be doing more giveaways, trust me on that. The next ones will be members only giveaways, and then hopefully we get to do some more Sony giveaways as well. I do have some more Xiaomi stuff which I could potentially give away. I have to get sign off on that first. I do sometimes do live streams with Xiaomi and do live streams on their channel as well. So keep an eye out for those. But appreciate you guys for tuning in for this one. I hope you found it interesting. I tried to do this camera thing to kind of kill some time up until everybody joined. Anyway, appreciate you guys. See you in the next one. Don't be late.